Hello, and welcome back to Factorio Space Exploration. I've got a lot of stuff to try to get going that is also nothing new today. I need so much low-density structure. That needs a lot of copper. Although the copper might actually be fine now. I still think I can improve it easily. This needs to be scaled up, which will need copper and maybe plastic? No, the plastic should be fine. I really need to deal with that one, because it is constantly sending waves. But I'm going to scale this up, copying this one more level, connected at the bottom, which should help this a bit. Instead of looping and then going up and over, it just goes down and up. It'll be neater. I'll have to figure out how to do that appropriately. I can probably fit it in pretty well there. Cut off the bottom bit, connect it with a three-way intersection down there. This isn't connected to robots. If I disable mine, I should be able to design this section. Actually, keep those. I don't think the intersection will be very nice here, but it might work. Okay, good. They're still running for now. Yeah. Hello. How are you? This wasn't really planned properly. I'll try to make this fit. Ooh. It's been a week. Have you... Oh, what was your next step in Factorio? I cannot remember. It was... Holmium? You'd set it up to be able to make it and you didn't have it working? Yeah. Ah. So that's the... Oh, my inventory's empty. I just got back. That's the second science type, or did you do... I think you said you were doing energy second. Where is all my junk? Is all my junk in here? No. Would have launched from here. Where would I have emptied all my inventory? Oh well. I'll deal with this. Yeah. Because you got Astro, you went focused there first. But yeah. Other stuff being busy is... gonna make it harder. Let's turn these back on. Yeah, I can't sharpen that turn. I guess I can just make this add for now. Actually, it's not actually a crazy issue. I just need to deal with this, which might be fine. I'll figure it out. Yeah. I think always one thing missing. You basically are done with the next science when you haven't finished the first science. Seems productive. And hello! Hope you are doing well. It's gonna fill me with express belts. Should add these to my inventory requester. Oh, I guess. And you were able to make them all work how you wanted. Inventory's full. Okay, back to trying to make this work. Oops, that's fine. Okay, let's let this build, and then I can try to piece it together after. Oh. Mostly doing things that are aesthetic changes. What is this? Okay, so this goes up. That one there can be removed. Up, up, up. I think that's fine. I probably need to split it right there. That looks fine. It looks awful, but it should work. That should actually, I guess if this train needs to go this way, it won't be able to. Which means that if I just put another track going that way, it will solve that problem. But it should be fine for now. Classic. Why would this try to go here when this is already train limited? Is it trying to go past, but this isn't built, so it got stuck? Good, okay. It just wasn't set up. That's fine. Huh? Oh, it's the loop. I kind of like the aesthetic. Yeah. Fast inserters? I feel like I don't ever want to resort to only using fast inserters, or only using bulk inserters. But it does tend to feel that it's a waste of time to use anything but bulk inserters sometimes. Because then I forget, oh, I should probably, this might be a problem, and then it is. Yeah, fast inserter gating everything's really fun. Mm-hmm. But it's like, do I really need this bulk inserter? So it's like, I'll use a fast inserter anyway, even though there's really no point. Yeah, actually, any mod updating on a non-curated mod pack type thing, it will always be a hassle. Pre-assembled mod packs or things like Factorio is, as far as I'm aware, it's very simple with mods because it's all kind of just there in the launcher or in the main menu. Once you have to do stuff manually, it becomes so much more difficult. Okay, so this should build itself at this point. I could upgrade the modules. I don't really need to. Don't know why. Oh, I know exactly why that was there. I kind of like this. The lengthways extending smelter thing. I didn't plan it quite right. But it'll be fine once I get further. But, oops, that's the wrong thing. That's what I wanted. It's kind of a fun time. Okay. Oh yeah, put it in here. Yeah, so research is gonna get me to swarm safety, which is the limit for what I have now, because I don't have that. To get that, I'm not gonna get the numbers again, but my plan for that was basically to input it all manually to fill the inventory. Processing speed. I think I can make heat shielding at an okay rate. Scaling it up, I could probably double my production before it becomes ugly. Yeah. Ah. It's funny. It's perfect for the generic, like, range of tests that it's used for. Like, it's... Wait, do the different types of... No. They just randomize the shade of the fuel. I always assumed it was one shade, but there's actually like 2 or 3. Weird. I like the science, like the material science chain. It's the most like capable of being pictured, which is really fun. Like you could picture, oh, we gotta do this crash test. Let's open up the generic box of items for this test. Take out the zip ties to tie the crash test dummy into the car. It's quite excellent. Construct more machines using robots than manually. That took a long time to reach. I craft a lot of stuff manually. Power capacity 640 plus 880 over 1,000. Currently I am at half that. I will need to probably double that soon. But this should be built. Those are not quite populated, but they will be soon enough, and I can now up my copper. I have way too many fluid trains. Just too many. They should get here. And this will give me significantly improved copper supply that I don't really need right now. Which means I should start scaling up. This one I actually set up in a way that it can scale without incredible pain by just copying and pasting. Lubricant can't really be done. These will... That can't do that. Do need to change this. Probably should have built this further back. What is this lubricant running to? It is my belts. Okay, that's fine. So regardless, this needs to go up and up. I really should stop with the low tier belts. Yeah, that's not gonna fit. Oops, no, I need that. I guess I can just siphon instead of what I was doing. Oh, it's not a well scaled up machine. Irradiated scrap. That was, I think, the most, or that scrap, contaminated scrap maybe, is like the most worrying component. Like the whole process for dealing with it seems like you have to contaminate scrap and cosmic water. It produces cosmic water and contaminated biosludge, and that can make biosludge, which all of it is sludge. It's probably the most that scrap seems like the most obnoxious like byproduct around this stage of the mod. Okay, that's good. it doesn't seem like there's many that are worse than the contaminated mess. Oh, that's not the one I wanted to upgrade. That's fine, though. I got lost. Okay, I'm short on glass. By a lot. Yeah, like everything about that seems really annoying to deal with. Because it's like, it's not large enough amounts that you can really... It doesn't seem like enough to do anything with. But it's still enough that you have to deal with. You have to deal with it even if there's nothing you can really use it for. Yet. What is this supplying to? Ah. I'm gonna let that continue. It's a bad idea, because I have other more important things to do, but... Okay, so... Manual, this is gonna be... Oh, actually... The easiest way to do this is to not even bother with the math. You look at the recipe, you locate this, it's 111, low density heat shielding and steel. Heat shield, 1, steel, 1, low density, 1, and you just say this is scaffolding, and then you request 10,000, which is... should be accurate. And it will not actually be controlled by the circuit properly, so I need to turn these off for a minute. And have it collect as much of it as I can right now. This has slots of unknown. These can carry 512. This can carry 500, so it should be fine. That will take a while. It'll drain a bunch of resources. It will not have enough of this. This will need to be scaled up, but... I mean, this actually is... Okay, I don't know how that happened. I need to go blow those up. Less peaceful and relaxed than I was hoping. Ooh, is this finally dead? It is! I wonder if there's a way to get trains to... I mean, I can think of a way to make trains cooperate here. If it sits without filling for X amount of time, move away, but... I could have the station reading some central belt. Station reading all the chests and figure out if I can get it so if the chests are empty for greater than X time, shut the station down. This is gonna be proof of concept to see if any of that is even possible. Yeah, enable, disable. I could do... I would need some sort of combinator. I don't think the decider can count time. To place in the right spot. Yeah, it just looks at actual values. It can be other ones. Like it can't... Yeah. Read train contents. Read stopped train? Train count priority. When a train is stopped, train stop, a signal is sent with a unique number for that train, not any value of said train. That will take a few more minutes, and I should not get too sidetracked. That'll just be a train sitting there doing nothing, which isn't even much of a problem. Okay, I have to be careful. Oh, why is that not getting repaired? Oh, because it isn't actually damaged? No, it's down 100 HP. Oh, that's not right. Why is that not drawing from here? Yeah, that's not right. Well, that should stop happening for a bit. I might have to look into that. Did I never clear this up? I never did. Finally fixed that. But it doesn't look... I can count stuff. I could make a... loop here. Just for the sake of it. Get a combinator that reads that. This serves as a pulse. And then there's a way to count with a different... I think there's a way to count up. I could think of a way. I could get a longer loop. Get a very long loop that resets the count here if it goes long enough. It stops moving if there's stuff in here. And then once that's empty, this starts counting up. Clear the count a different way. It's not worth it. I just have to remember to shut down the station. The easy option is the time to leave, but then the station will just draw trains and waste time. Feels like there should be a way. This doesn't feel right. Did something upgrade the furnaces passively? I thought this was set up to actually fully utilize the belts. This one makes sense why it's happening. This is only getting halfway down. Maybe I wasn't paying attention and some of the chests were empty. That would make sense. Oh, and the stone is currently stationary, which can only matter once this here backs up, which it isn't, so I'm fine. Nope. That's 6k. This is almost 3/4 full, so that will be fine. So back to scaling stuff up. That's kind of what I expected. I'm surprised the steel's so low. Is it because my steel doesn't actually feed into a chest? Or this steel doesn't feed into a chest? I'm pretty sure this steel up here isn't feeding into the chest because this is not getting iron because I don't have any iron here. Did something break? Or... yep. It did become a problem. I don't get why that's how that behaves. The one up here worked fine. And it might be there forever at this rate. Science goal achieved. Oh yes, I need to make iron ingots. Where's my... But yes, your energy science has done what you wanted, but you still can't do the actual research you've just made. All of it, which this one here goes away. As does this one. As does this one. Weird. This is still fine. Yeah, that's good. Stone. Tons of energy science, one. It's kind of... I kind of think it would be interesting for this if you could... It wouldn't be efficient, probably. But if you could research multiple things at the same time in, like, different areas... Like, it would require so much to be changed from the normal game that it would be... And it would be pointless anyway, obviously. Because just funneling it all into one science is generally going to be better. I'm just picturing like parallel progress in science. Okay, so that's undersupplied because I'm using bad belts. Might finally have to connect my line, my train line, stone. That's gonna be good. I'm not gonna be able to continue to delay for no reason. Wonderful. Yeah, I mostly just think it would be pleasing from a, like, a feeling of progress. Not necessarily actual progress with normal, like, or even space exploration balancing. Like, you would probably always be better suited to just focus one tech in this sort of balance system. But like with a totally different aggressive tree system, it could. I don't know why I'm upgrading this anymore. It's not worth it. But these can be upgraded. Those are somehow fine? Okay, the steel's looking bad. It's short on that because, again, after I killed an entire line of production, I've been very slow about upgrading belts. These are operating at their full speeds, so I have to be careful with scaling this up. Make sure there's no cross-contamination. Okay. Peaceful. Okay, that did not help. Where's the real problem? I guess these guys are grouping as well. I guess it's the fact there were this and that were both attacking near constantly. And stuff is dying because for some reason the robots are not smart. Why is this calling robots from so far away instead of the one right here? Why are these not the ones repairing it? What is this? Okay, I mean that shouldn't be why, but I think that must be why, because it's not a buffer chest. Nope, cancel that. Significant data's data card back into Astro. Oh. It's like you were siphoning cards from your energy. Instead of it going back into your line that would go back into energy, it only went into the Astro. I can see that posing a problem. What am I doing? I am picking up buffer chests and fixing the repair problem. Okay, where are the chests? Okay, switch it to a buffer chest. They should grab it properly. Which hopefully means they should stop grabbing them from over there. have to try to think about how I'm gonna do cards. It feels like how obviously main card thing, main card line, main card block of crafting. Did I not finish these guys off? Oh, okay. Okay, this one's fixed, this one's fixed, this one's fixed. The only one left is that one, and that one hasn't posed any issues yet. I don't have efficiency modules. See, yeah, I guess. What is the... See, space elevator is a good argument for wide. Except for the various components. That's a lot earlier than I thought I'd be able to even consider getting a space elevator. A space elevator would be really freeing in the design. Assuming it works how... I know it's complicated, assuming it works in a more direct manner. Okay, I for space elevators. 2 anchor point structures with a connection between them, the tether, unfinished, etc. Space elevator cable to build the full elevator. Oh, cool, it scales based on radius. Neat. 2x2. When a space elevator is placed, a construction site appears at the same coordinate on both surfaces, which makes sense. That could be annoying, but... yeah. Because as long as it's... as long as it runs smoothly... It feels like it would be fun. Potentially. Like as long... like... it feels like it'd be a lot more fun to be shipping stuff up via a train than worrying about filling up a specific rocket. Oh, did I put the wrong number? Oh, I put 1,000. I wanted 10,000. Oh, interesting. It's limited to 1,000, seemingly. Okay. If it's limited to 1,000, then it needs to do 10. Interesting. Yeah. I'm thinking it could be done as a... I imagine I could try to set up a dedicated train thing, like try to figure out a way to set up a stop or a series of stops that provide as desired, which might not be doable because you can't modify the names of a station via circuits, can you? So it'd have to be like super... I mean, making a dedicated stop for each material you want, and then send it up, send it back when it's empty, and just have a dedicated back and forth would be boring, but probably very doable. Like just, oh, copper, picks it up, sends it back. Just one individual trains to go there and back, which is less scalable. Yeah. It's... Why is this not even? I'm guessing because somewhere down the line the bottom's getting grabbed more, and so it's causing a problem all the way back? Oh yes, because it's being grabbed here. It grabs from the close side first, which I assume is why that happened, at least in part. Anyway, that's my own fault. This is not limited by pyroflux yet, but if I pumped it full of speed 3s, the pyroflux would become a problem. So I'm gonna just let that sit there for a bit as I absorb almost 10,000 steel already. Once this has all been collected, I'll be fine. So I have the steel in logistics already. I'm short on both of the others by a lot. This is currently limited by that still. This is limited by glass, which I saw coming. Needing mods to make that work nicely is kind of sad. It'd be nice if it was just... It'd be nice if it was nice. I don't know if this is the way. Oh, I don't actually need this anymore. I should probably just make... I can make a dedicated stop for glass. That would help consume the stone. These have been here forever. Light armor, a car, stone bricks. But those will never go away. They are a piece of history. Yeah, that's fine. Kind of like the most boring history, but... boring history is more realistic. Except not really, because... some parts of history are not boring. Generally the weirder parts. Oops. This is where stack inserters from Space Age would be really nice. But math, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I did even, but whatever. 5, so 4 should be split there. That should supply it a little better. The productivity upgrades are pretty silly in this. Ooh, that looks really good. But is that the actual issue? Am I under feeding these? No, I'm not. Despite the constant motion on these inserters, it's actually the correct speed. I could watch this forever. Until it grabs the coal and ruins everything. Yeah, this can be upgraded pretty easily. And it's probably necessary. Yeah, that's like a full belt. Which could be better used if I didn't need half a belt for coal. That is eating up low density. Wait, does telemetry not get used for much? That's not the telemetry, rocket control units? They look the same, almost. No, it's used for the later tier probes. Okay. Good. I'm glad those are at least relevant. On longer term designs. Okay. So I should make either a sand stop and a glass stop, or a combined stop that does the whole job. I think it's better to just do the whole conversion, because I'm not doing beryllium or holmium on this planet. The split could be useful if I needed more concrete. Ooh. If I ever want to ship vulcanite to turn to pyroflux, I would want proper sand production, potentially. That can probably have a dedicated sand conversion at it, and that'll be simpler. 'Cause yes, I would need 2 stations. Well, I guess it's a question of how much I might have to scale, how many more stops I might need for glass in the future, which is probably not many. But 2 stops, one that goes from stone to glass and one that goes from stone to pyroflux, versus 3 stops, one to make sand, one to make glass, one to make pyroflux. I think it's simple. Just do the stuff where it's needed. For now. Which means I need to do some work. Gonna take a while. If I want 10,000 in It's not per minute, so I don't need the per minute amount. I would need 49, which means that running one with speed 3s would take 49 minutes to make 10,000 space scaffolds. It's not that bad. Glass. I want 1 belt per minute. In an industrial furnace. Limit the number of machines this line will use. The actual amount will be lower if fewer machines are needed. Oh, that's kind of cool. I need to look into that. 18 to make 2.7k glass per minute. I currently use I make 405. That should be enough. And that will be 1 belt. You'll need a bunch of sand. Produced in a pulverizer. With speed 2s because I can. 7 pulverizers. If I used speed 3s, 6. That will look better. 6 pulverizers and 18 furnaces. That's pretty easy. The only issue is, where do I build it? I build it here. I think that's fine. It won't have space to expand, but it shouldn't need it. And if I need to expand, I can build a new one somewhere else. That's been producing not much. So 1 stack of those, and I don't know what pulverizers stack to. I also don't know where they're crafted. There they are. They stacked 5. This should be easy. I'll have to set up the entrance and exit, which is, again, if I did it properly, okay, so the entrance is supposed to be on the right side. This was set up to be tiled will be great, but as always, it didn't start that way, and retrofitting it would have caused me a lot of pain. There's nothing there that should mess with it. It's fine. It looks really bad, but it's fine nonetheless. That, and this will continue building. Then I need input of stone and output of glass. Then I will... This will be the output, this will be the input. I could output pretty easily into 6 of these. 4 won't divide nicely, so I probably don't want to try to directly move them. That feels silly to try to direct load into pulverizers. Move it back a little. Get it. Oh, I can't get it centered. Eey. So I will split it. These output at... They make 4 belts of sand, which is pretty good. 2, 2, 2. If it's actually 4, not more than we have before. Good. Which means that I can move these apart so that this looks better. It's not gonna look great, but output. Output. Three belts. How is that going to feed? I guess it's 6 melters per. Oh, it's not gonna look nice. I could shift it apart. But no, I should combine them at the top. I should... start at the middle. Right up there. This will be producing glass. It needs speed upgrades. B3s. I think what I set. Oh, I set speed 2s for those. Okay. Really should carry more modules with me. So speed 2s are here. I can bring these and pull them together in the middle. Then I can just give myself more space. Redo that. And copy that. I think that's the closest actual decent symmetry that I can get. Really. I guess it doesn't need to scale nicely because it's kind of set up as one belt anyway. These will produce 31 items per second. These can move not that many. Three should be enough. Do the math. 864, it's going to change later, but 864, we should, 365 is not the right number. 864 divided by 365 is 2.37 times 6. They can move 14 items per second. 28, I need 3. Power can't be supplied like that. Oh, lasers. Personal fission and pylon substations feel like, and bot speed. Those seem like the highlights to me. Like, I think I could live without some of those the other ones, but I should just put artillery down here. Like laser upgrades, I don't think they would actually solve my current issue. But pylon substations seem really important to actually unlock. Okay, these are gonna feed... Oh no, okay. 4 feeding to 6. Never nice. 1, 2, 3, 6, 12. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So I could just do this and feed each individually. And that would be fine. Yeah. That's a very impactful increase. Okay, I need 10.3, which means I should only need 1. This is gonna look really bad. Wait, did I do the math wrong? I did do the math wrong. It's 4, not 3. Yeah, actually... pylon substations. I was thinking about them as... only being in space. But they aren't. You can... There's no restriction on that. That is... huge. I just kind of assumed they were just for space, but yeah, they're everywhere. And they're probably cheap enough that it's not even crazy to use pylon substations. Oh, yeah. Wait, do the other radar construction pylons? They do. Oh. Just the idea of using these, not assuming these are limited to space, helps a lot. Okay, 4 is an awkward number. I don't think this is the way. But I'm kind of committed now. Because I think it works. It's just ugly. Ooh. Fully ruling the world with robots. Okay, now I can copy this. Flip it. And... yeah, those radar construction pylons would make it so accessible to just cover the world in bots. That's gonna bug me. I'd rather have symmetry. That should function. I don't have a return method. I should merge in the center, which is inefficient. I should merge to one side, which will be the bottom, which is not the bottom, it's the right. Don't know. Yeah, that won't go far enough. That looks bad. Can I want to go there. Go here? Yes. I think the math on the input suggested that it should be fine. Like, I need 3 on the outputs, but I think 864 degrees per second meant that it's 2.3 times 6 items per second, if it's completely efficient, I believe. So it should be enough. If it isn't, I can just fix it. It won't be difficult. This needs to become a stone drop-off. And I can test it now. Well, I can't because I'm loading, but I can test the base elements. No, that's the way. Yeah, it looks like it keeps up until it fills up because I never connected these. That's fair enough. I also don't have outputs. This should work. I have to build my... buffer. This will have to move over a bit. Those are not built because I'm out of inventory space. Ugh. I shouldn't do it this way. That's bad. I'm gonna live with it. I don't think it should cause a problem. I just don't think it feels right. Yeah. I mostly decided, for this world at least, that the split was not necessary because I won't be, the only other thing that I think I would use sand for would be converting pyroflux, and I probably only need one station for pyroflux conversion. Like, once I have beryllium and holmium, having a dedicated sand thing would be worth it. But like, one station for glass, one station for pyroflux, with the dedicated breaking down, felt like it would be better than a dedicated glass station, a dedicated pyroflux station, and a dedicated sand station. It's less... I won't be able to copy it to anything like... if I find a new planet to move to, I won't be able to copy it over as easily, which is a downside. if... So it costs 2 sand here. Obviously you don't get sand there. It's in the chloride process? Yes, somewhere along the path. You get stone there, you get sand there. Then you need a ton of that, ton of that. That's weird. That seems like the type of thing where they would balance it so that they're equal. One is like 10 positive, one is 10 negative, which would probably be more of a nuisance in some ways. Why is this not... Okay, I think they should be keeping up, but they aren't. So just to stop the flickering. Well, I think they... Practically, I think they keep up just fine. I don't think adding more inputs would fix the flickering. The flickering is because they get full. Not the oh no, yeah, because the output's kind of restricted. I wonder if there's a better... If I should try to split it to the other side? Because I could move these over here and have it split it a little better. Yeah. I think having the idea of tying barrel and chromium production together so aggressively would probably... It would probably not... It would limit options. Yeah, okay, this doesn't help. I didn't really think it would help, I just had to check. I wish it would help, but it's working fast enough for now. Yeah, because sand, like, from an actual, like, long-term factory perspective, turning all your sand into landfills isn't really a viable option. It will just, it's just kicking the problem further down the line. But clearly I'm doing... it must be my output here. The method must be fundamentally flawed. Oh well. It's producing enough. It's producing 4 times? Well, it's not 2100, 3.5 times more when it's added to it, so that's fine. I just need to do stations and stuff for the glass. The issue is the glass, if I just want to make it work, the glass needs to be fed in here. That glass line's actually full. That doesn't feel right. Oh, because I'm out of plastic. Okay. Fully out of plastic because I'm out of petroleum. I'm out of petroleum because I'm out of... It's not because I'm out of sulfur. I'm out of oil. The eternal chase. Ah, did something break? That one's fine. I guess I only have one good oil spot. And it's not even... It is pretty good. But yeah, I need oil. I probably do need to look into a separate oil plant at some point. But I can harvest the oil up there to add another. Yeah. I think, like, I guess you can... Well, you can't really automate the usage of landfill. You can burn through it real quick manually, though. And I mean, if you're playing the game and not letting it run... Huh? Like, probably this has been like this for the whole game, pretty much. Never powered this, because I don't think I broke a power cable near here recently. Oh, always funny. Getting sidetracked briefly. I'm currently at 10,000 of my steel, so I don't need more. 3,000 of the heat, and 500. Way short on the one that I knew would be the problem. Which is currently limited by plastic, which is limited by oil, which is... the ultimate enemy. Is there an... could it be like a synthetic oil? Growth facility can use methane to produce crude oil. I doubt that's relevant. For what I'm thinking of. You have to mine methane ice and convert it to gas. I can only imagine. All the dirt falling down. Well, you'd have to be pretty close orbit. If there's a laser range upgrade, that would be nice. But it's all weapon damage. It's just a shame. It'd be fun. So, things that I can do right now include setting up some artillery to bombard down there and getting focused properly on the fact that I want to do some train improvements. Oil has no solution beyond expand, expand, expand. Okay, I deleted that a while ago, I guess. So, oil. I know where one is. I can get oil up here. That's really bad oil, but it might still be worth picking up, because I just have trains going anyway. That oil would need a lot of clearing. Those would be good to get. Yeah, other than other planets. Yeah, I guess like if you don't cause pollution, they don't get as angry, huh? I could turn this into 2 separate stations, but that would not help. Wouldn't solve the issue. I guess I can run a train up here. A little to the right. Bring a bunch of landfills. It should be fine. Great point. That will help the existing it'll help the existing stuff do better. I could also take a few more stacks of speed 3s and speed up what I'm currently already using. Where's the oil here? It's been lost in the mess. There it is. This goes from 2 per second to 2 per second because that expected resources is meaningless. 3.63 to 4.67. That's still good. So you can get a little more out of each of those that way. I'm gonna connect that because it is within range. I could also get more core mining, which would increase it by a small amount. Okay. I want to run it here because I need space. Oh, actually, no, it doesn't need to pull too far off. So yeah, right there should be fine. I didn't grab the landfills. Might need more rails. Oil. I really should try to spend a few minutes occasionally checking over my list of planets and see if I can spot one with more... Can I productivity this? Yeah, didn't think so. If I can find one that has more oil and everything. I don't think my oil planet, moon, whatever, has great access to much, which is why I haven't gone to explore it yet. Okay, edit, turn this on for relative snapping. Oh wait, undo that. And just go up. It shouldn't need the snapping, I just don't trust movement. That's further than I need. That's fine. Wait, Astro 3 has better oil transfer? Yeah, I was thinking of like, if I had a planet that had good oil and good everything else, I could consider just leaving and working there. But like, they're all like bad iron. Other than the iron, this is a pretty good world. Eshu. Good coal, beryl, stone, cryonite, copper. Reasonable uranium, just bad iron. Waterless, vulcanite world, very bad. Yeah, like, these are all not particularly noteworthy worlds. I guess we'll go up here. That went too far, which is fine. Yeah. XF can be shipped to it. I guess I'm thinking of like a planet that can effectively fulfill the role of Novus, of like being generically capable of doing everything except the special space materials. As just like a secure building. Well, I can, while these charge, I can look at planets. Cinza is safe. kind of a challenge to just... There's too much. If I could make this bigger, it'd be nice. It's a lot of stuff. Yeah. I'm mostly just picturing the bad idea of how well I could just sort of... Whether I'd be able to do this and then not quite copy paste it, but... Wait, what happens if I turn this into a blueprint? Will it hate me? Oh. Kind of neat. It ran a little better than I expected. Took a little while. Kind of neat to look at. 14,000 express transport belts. I'm actually using 2.4K tier 1 speed modules, probably for mining. And this whole thing is 2700 by 1800, but that's with all these outer areas. Neat. That was fun. And now my bots are charged. Yeah, I guess you really do want... Anywhere that you ship a lot of rockets, you want all the good oil-based surface level things. You're less worried about copper. Please charge robots. Anyway, I can just do this. I didn't bring the stuff to actually collect this, but robots. I love robots. They're so handy. Now, train station, train entrance should be... It should line up with this. I thought I made it so it lined up. Oh, there it is. That's where it lines up. Okay. It's pretty well. And an exit. I probably should have planned a intersection, but I guess I can do the intersection further down to collect that. That feels like the worst case scenario. It's like making a planet dedicated for one resource, but it's not... It's just not enough, and then you have to do it all over. Other than getting the resources to it, though, you can kind of copy and paste the processing side of those, right? Just... I hate that I can't just place that there. I need pumps and tanks and pipes and pump jacks. Yeah, I don't think I have any particularly good iron, or like primarily iron planets. That would be a really good copper planet if it had stone, more stone to convert pyroflux. That's a neat planet. technically a planet with both, well, moon, with both vulcanite and cryonite. That's kind of cool. It's not a useful amount of cryonite or vulcanite, but having them on the same planet's kind of neat. Vulcanite, coal. I have to spend a lot of time. I'm kind of letting my bots recharge while looking around. I mean, this is not a bad planet here either. It has better coal, it has cryonite, it has stone. It has water, oil, coal. It's a pretty good planet. And I do have it listed on a higher priority. Its uranium is functional. The iron would be enough to run a nuclear reactor, probably. I could go there eventually. Okay. My bots should no longer be complaining. I can pick up what I need, and I'll be good. Yeah, it feels funny, even the thought of shipping, like, unprocessed coal in an interplanetary ship. Oop. Okay, no, you're definitely immune when you're flying. Just shipping, like, chunks of coal is kind of funny. Okay. This steel is not enough. I need to improve that. That can wait. That's not currently an issue. The current issue is me getting sidetracked while I'm trying to grab some pump jacks, some pumps, and tank related things. Okay. There are an amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One stack is enough. Tanks are not crafted here. I hate that this game has tanks and tanks. I kind of wish... I guess they are called storage tanks. I just don't... I don't call them that. I imagine very few people call them that. But I don't know, I wish the tank was some sort of weird other name that I can't think of, so it's reasonable that it's just a tank. Pumps. Pumps are actually down there. Ooh, it actually broke this time. What if there's something I could do easily? I guess just extend the wall into the water is probably the way. Oh wait, no, pumps are not crafted here. Pumps are crafted here. Right there. Oh, should be enough. Tanks to store stuff. Pump jacks to draw the oil. Be fine. Swarm safety's almost done. I could continue researching swarm safety a couple more times. That's a huge waste of science. 2,500 for that's not worth it. I'd rather let it just sit there. Sorry, I'm just reading the core of a good iron planet, and it's funny with the whole core mining element. Just crossed my mind that the core of a good iron planet is full of iron. Probably. I haven't done core mining on any other planets though. So I don't really know whether it behaves in the way I'm pretty sure it should. That's a silly way to do that. Give me storage. Way too much of a buffer. Let's just copy it. This is a pain to do manually. Bottom side's correct. Let's run this from the middle-ish. This is kind of not really the middle. Okay. And I just clicked a bit. Those are... It's so much less painful to set those up. When you're not working with small electric poles. Do I even need small electric poles? I don't. Get those out of there. Increase the mediums to 100. Yes, thank you so much for reminding me to put the modules in. Because that's from 11 per second to 19.8. Huge. I feel like there isn't, but I wish there was a research to make better pump jacks, which is mining productivity. That's the research to make better pump jacks, but trains here. How quickly does it fill? Not quickly at all. Which is just... well, it's expected. I just need to connect more and more of these. Oh yeah, I never did put a wall here. Or a way to repair it. Probably because it was unnecessary even when I built it. Wait, that was to stop the crossing here in this direction, not to stop that direction. Funny. Oh, hello. Hope you're doing well today. Okay, this is working. Oil's collecting. Do I have any? I don't have any other good oil. Like, that's a really bad oil spot. I could steal oil and just put turrets around it, which would work pretty well. I just don't like collecting resources that way. It's probably inefficient in a lot of ways. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's because those are not built. That's fine. Other ways to improve the oil is actually putting these upgrades in. Making more progress to get the beacons. It's the only things that I can really do. I got distracted. I also need to put them in there, but I got distracted. I don't remember what I was trying to do. No idea. I'm lost. Oh. Oh, well that wasn't operating at full capacity because... oh, it got broken! I remember. That got broken a while ago from... I think there was a cluster of biters sitting up here that finally attacked and broke some of those. And I finally remembered what I was going to fix, which was those. Because now they should stop flashing. Ooh. Oh yeah. Okay, it's still fine. No more flashing. Well, it's still flashing, but different type. Okay, trains are moving. There's no big gridlock scenario at this time. My copper... That's not right. Oh, it's asleep. Okay, no, that is right. Okay, I think my copper is doing well, which is what I wanted. I've fixed the slight lack of copper. This doesn't feel right. If there's absolutely no oil being delivered. Crude oil production, crude oil consumption. The production has, oh yeah, because of course the production decreases because that's how it works. It flatlined for a bit. Now it spikes because I added more. It's gonna continue on a downward trend to a higher level though. It's less of a bad situation than I thought it was, which is quite surprising. Okay, the plastic is back in operation right now. I guess I did... Nope, the plastic is not in operation. Is that just this working over here? Yes, it is. I did greatly increase my plastic production not too long ago. And my consumption was I increased my production to match or slightly exceed my increased consumption. I do need to address this a little better. Can't really use productivity 3s. I guess I could do productivities on... I could productivity the sulfur step? Like, I could increase the productivity there, but... most of this is kind of already at my limit for productivity anyway. It could be a good time to get around to connecting more core mining. I only have one station and the direct connection, but I should be able to support some more than that, especially if I speed module these guys. Should be a reasonable upgrade. Yeah. I definitely... this is not the way to do oil, and like... the production science is important. Oh. It's here again. I look at this here. I'm almost a tenth of the way there for the low density, which is not fast enough. See, I take a long time to get the necessary low density. I just don't want to... I don't want to make it too scuffed. Or if I tried to do it now, it would be horrendously scuffed. Okay, things that I can do as a side. Oil. Oil can be gotten. I could also just put some work into I'm really surprised this doesn't have to be changed at all. I could put work into bombarding biters to claim more oil, which is too, I don't know, real. I could find a good cluster and focus that. That one's a rough one. Ooh, I could do what I was thinking of a while ago. I could set up a... like... in the middle of an ocean, I could set up artillery. And start taking control of more. 'Cause yeah, I could just make a dedicated laser defended base out here. Actually, this bit here, this one would be pretty easy to take over with some artillery and just wall off there. Okay. This is intentionally a bad design component. Those will get grabbed someday. I need my artillery. It should be here somewhere. Wait, can I improve my artillery ammo crafting? Let's clear that. I'm gonna eat a lot of plastic. What is my artillery ammo? It is already remote? Okay, perfect. It could be better. Yeah, it can be efficiencyed. Boom. Artillery. Safe train base on the other side of the world. Wait, what are they trying to put in my inventory? Not that, so would it fit? Okay, let's make basic artillery. don't have power here. And I already dumped all of my... landfill, so I can't start connecting stuff, but... I can observe the artillery in its alien destroying glory. And I'm out of ammo already? Yep. Classic. I can start. Build a wall there, cover it with lasers. Should be very defensible. Another 1100%. So need to think about improving this. I could ditch the productivities, go full speed 3s, and then I could easily just add more casting basins. What's it called? Casting machines. I would probably want to change the layout if I did that. I could copy the whole thing, reroute ore, and paste another one. Ooh, that's not moving. Because I don't have enough molten iron. Because that's right on the edge of the correct amount. Please don't hit me with a train. I guess I do need the productivities to get the most out of the flux. I can't really do much. With the pyroflux if I run out of it. Looking for roboports. And some more power poles that I thought should be crafting here. There we are. Currently, is this moving acceptably? Yes, it is. It's back to being limited by glass, which I forgot that I was in the middle of trying to make a station to deliver glass when I got distracted by the fact that I was limited by plastic. I need to focus on that after this. You know what? I just need to deal with this. Pick up some walls, pick up some lasers, and I should be fine. Give me that many lasers, and probably only 2 stacks of walls. Ooh. I could set up a crafting thing for higher tier walls. Not that I need them. But I can get them. those are fine. Oh, the pollution in the lake is a lot. So I think what I can do, I copy that. Might as well build it. And I start from... Let's start from here for now. And I accept... Oh, nope, it's not smart enough. I really hoped it would be smart enough. It's my bad for hoping. Limit it by the cable. There's no reason that it would be able to assume that the priority was the cable. This is not a good choice, because I'm going to be running a train here anyway. So doing this is dumb. If I run a train across the land, I want to go across to about there and do a three-way intersection that goes up. That will all be a lot easier if I just work directly with landfills, but if I elevated rail, it will look cooler. I would need to not use my existing blueprints, because I don't think I can just convert them easily to being elevated. I really wish I could. I bet I could maybe make it work if I think if I just make the if I figure out the necessary placement for the ports, I can probably just paste the I figured that would happen. I can probably just paste it on top. It's a lot of unused drills. And then once I place it once, I should be able to copy and paste, make a new blueprint for the elevated version. And it will give me many fun aesthetic options. I got distracted again though. I need to remember that if I don't want to be distracted again by these biters, I need to fix that. Which should be easy. Just careful landfill. Should be all I need. And as long as that is in construction range, it should be fine. Now I just need power. And now I misplaced that. Oh, those guys are what are complaining. But now, instead of being only shot by this many, it will get shot by all these, and it should be fine, I hope. Scale it up a little more. I don't like random gaps of water. It is less aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, just put it there. Even though. If expanded, still in construction range. Okay. That's a horde coming. Too small to actually be an issue, but yeah, that's definitely better. Good. Hopefully that's fixed for now. Back to the real topic, trying to figure out how to place rail supports. So if I place that, I do that, that's the width. I can place these. I don't have the correct height adjustment. Oh, that's rough. Why? Why? Why does it have to do this to me? They're not on the same two-tile spacing. Great fun. I guess I'd have to live with landfills. This is not worth the effort right now. I think it will be worth it eventually. That eventually is kind of far away. And I get so many land... I wish I could justify the additional effort, but the landfills are just easier in every single way. I can't convert the blueprints. If I could, it would help a lot. Okay, split it here. Clearly this was not something that I designed properly with the straightaway component in mind. That's something I should improve. So that blueprint needs to be fixed. If I want it to work properly. Wait, is that one even at the correct scale? I don't think it is. It needs to be fixed in many ways. I will at least connect to there. There's my robot. Oh, so many potential tech options for a mod. Just think of like being able to have a robot that have their own generators inside them to not have to deal with the constant need to recharge. I'm gonna place these wherever they seem appropriate. Some of these don't line up quite right. That one lines up correctly. I guess it's the following ones that have issues. No, these ones are fine. I guess I didn't place them correctly. Oh, yeah, some of these are just positioned differently. Whatever. Extras are not a problem. Fish are somehow one of the biggest nuisances. My fuel is not low, so I won't just die in the middle of the ocean. This should be getting built. Is it? No, because it's not actually connected. That should be... That should get built eventually. That should all build now. This will get built eventually. It'll be slow, but it will. It should build. If it doesn't, I'll have to check it. But I shouldn't get distracted by letting my robots build this. Let that run. I need to go back to connecting the glass. Because that train station does nothing right now. Which actually, where I placed the train station, I probably could just run the glass in directly, but... That's actually probably worth splitting off and feeding it directly, because having a train go from here to like here would be really silly when it just needs to travel to there. Nope, undo that. Okay, give me... that. That's what I was hoping it would do, but it's kind of a silly thing to hope for. I should, but I should connect that to the rail system as well. If I want to connect that, I should turn that into a four-way intersection. At which point I would make a station here. I could put a station on the other side. But if I did all that, I'm using a train to go from here to here. And that feels silly. Oops, too far. So as much as I love trains, a train running that short of a distance feels like it's kind of inefficient. It's an inefficient choice. But am I currently restricted by my glass flow on belts? No, I'm not. I'm restricted by the actual supply, seemingly. Splitter. Boom. Priority here doesn't matter. Guess this will be better with the front approaching. It's the splitting here that's important. Actually, yeah, it could be that. Yeah. Oh, currently it's also steel. That's fine. The steel's a problem because that is still. But I fixed this. But I missed this section. Interesting. So, it's gonna work well now. I love robots. They're so good. Okay. That's fine. This is at 1.3k. I could cut it back, go for 2.5k, which is still a lot. It'd be a quarter as much, but it's close to the amount that I actually need. Based on the area. I have to hit shift. The area that all takes up, which is more than relevant, 40 by 40. Yeah. 2,500 is plenty, should be enough, especially if I don't fill in the whole space. Sulfur, I probably should be productivity-ing at this point. A stack of those just for a bit of a mix. If I do 2 of these and 1 of these, I am at 12% productivity and no speed. These are 30. Oh yeah, perfect. Doesn't actually improve. It's just 12% productivity. Doesn't reduce the petroleum drain on the system, but it produces 12% more material. It's the same input, so that's pretty good. That's good math. Very happy about that. Okay, nothing else I can really do. Currently, the petroleum's that's limited. These are running as necessary. This bit's very weird. I think I currently do have enough. I should have enough oil supply. I could process it a little faster, but I think with more oil processing it won't be enough. It's better to over-process, I think. I already have a bunch of copies of that, so I just need... this. Which will temporarily break stuff because until those get populated, the oil will not be supplied. And everything will shut down. How is the train building going? It is going. Which is all I can hope for. Wish they built that slightly smoother, but yeah, it's fine. A couple more. So the process, it just doesn't look good. This whole oil line is just dull. I can add a second set above, but that won't make it look any better. It will be slightly less wasted space. I could cross over these in the middle. Kind of wish I could see. I wish this didn't block that. But it does, and there's kind of nothing that can be done about it. I could copy this, flip it vertically, and it would fit well. I would just need to feed that. My steel should be improved. I think the only way to improve pyroflux-based stuff without shipping and consuming pyroflux here is core mining. I have... that will be connectable soon. 3 more to connect over there. 1 there. That one's a little out of the way. This one's a nightmare. This one's easy. That one should be pretty easy. I basically just need to build a station and just feed it all over. Kind of my own, as always, my own self-inflicted struggles. I think I cut some of the productivities. So this gives me 0.14. That's probably for the best. Slight loss in material efficiency for more than double the production speed. 0.14 times 16. Really slow still. But 2 per second, a little over 2 per second total. 120 a minute. 2 hours to get to 10,000. Quite slow. And the material efficiency dropped. Oh, never mind. It did drop, but I'd missed an upgrade. Good fix. Should eventually backlog more. Okay, the plastic is now an issue again. Do I produce enough, or do I have to scale this up again? Ooh, I don't have enough coal. That's the issue. Finally can't get away with the yellow line of coal. Actually need to upgrade it. It's kind of a shame this line's been running for a really long time. Unmodified. Well, not unmodified. Had to be rerouted a bit. This whole section is a mess. I'm leaving it because it's... Oh, it's not needed to be upgraded. It's a relic of the past. And honestly, once I just actually get coal on a train line, it kind of fixes this entire area. The red should be enough. I shouldn't need to continue upgrading this. It'll double the flow. Yep. It's expected result. We'll get there, and then this is at less than 1 million left. Really funny. Why did it... Oh, because these other lines have been dead. Because of this not being connected at all. That makes a lot of sense. Why? Bad design? Yes. That's why. That explains the unnatural shape. That should be fine. Actually, make sure this is all connected now. It's been sitting there doing nothing for who knows how many hours. Still red belt. This will catch up. It is a bit of an issue down there, but I think that's just playing catch up. But just to be sure. I could start connecting coal. 4 million coal there. Okay, I have to put that away. 4 million coal there, 2 million coal, 2.2, 3.8. I guess once this copper runs out, I could just turn this into a coal pickup. That's a terrible spot. I need to connect coal to the line soon. Coal's mostly used for the oil. I guess I could also... I could decentralize the oil processing. Feels like it would be unnecessary at this stage. No, that's fine. Yes. Ore mining is good. Just hit me here. This should be low because it's being supplied there. Because I don't need to rip it out until I actually need the space. I never upgraded those. It's not needed, but it will look better. So many processing units. Ooh. Undersupplied? Doesn't look like it. Oh no, it is. Actually just a belt issue. Either I need to upgrade a belt somewhere, or... Well, it's not stuttering. So it is actually just the half belt isn't enough. Which makes sense. Can I... copy a factory by dragging it from the world? It doesn't look like it. Okay. Keep an eye on the time. I do need to connect the stone to other stuff. Should I give these different priorities? I don't think I have any reason to. I have to keep an eye out for any trains. Oh, it's finally done? Okay, I can shut this down. That's on shutdown. This just goes to drop off. I want to get sidetracked by trying to figure out if I can make something non-clunky to judge when the system is dead. I guess I should check circuit stuff on mining. If I put a circuit there, I can read entire resource patch. Okay, that's all I need to do. That makes this easy, I think. So if I take one of these, hook it up to that, hook it up to that, I read entire resource patch. I can't... If this is only connected to enabled if that is greater than 0. If it's only connected to the cable reading the entire resource patch, I think that would work. What's the resource patch that's dying? This one's dying. Okay, stop flying, don't waste fuel. If I take this... It's too far. And connect it to there. I'd have to do this every time I set it up, but... greater than 0. This is turned on. So far it's working. I guess the only way to test this would be I need a signal value to compare it to actually see what it's doing in more detail. What is complaining right here? Oh, I don't have enough storage. Ooh, did it actually finally fill up the... It did. I need to deal with that sometime. For now, I'm gonna do the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing to do. But that should kick back the issue for another 100 hours, is my guess. I just need to set up requesters to pull various things to where they should be. Or buffer chests for some of them. Because there's a lot of stuff that would, yeah, just set up buffer chests for... belts. Drills. Chests of various types, sciences. It's just really bad. I really shouldn't have built it that way. Oh well. Okay, sidetracked. As always, I was working on picking up a combinator so that I could test what the outgoing signal is. I'm assuming the outgoing signal is just the total amount of resources. It's in the entire patch, though. I don't know how it interprets that. Okay, there is no input signal. Entire resource patch. Is no input signal. If I connect those two to now entire resource patch, there is the expected copper signal. If I connect multiple set with entire resource patch, does it double it? It does. Can I make a blueprint? I would have to connect them, I think. If I took the blue... Oh, I need a resource patch to test the blueprint. Can I save here from being attacked? Safe enough. Okay, gotta be careful. So I need to see if I can make a blueprint where between the segments it correctly connects the circuits. If so, I just need to read the individual bits of information from each of the drills. Doot, doot, doot. If I set... Oh wait, undo that. So if I... Oops. Okay, 1, 2... Okay, 1, 2, 3... I hate that. Why, when I connect to this, is it there? That makes sense. Oh, that's bad. Like, I think I get why it does that. Because this is presumably like a 3D thing and there's a front face to it that goes up to here, and so it looks like that. But I hate that. That just looks really bad. Pretty sure that's all I could do, and then I'd have to Snap, relative, -1 on height. I wouldn't be able to... Yeah. It wouldn't do... I can't do the circuits. I could manually, at every place, pick one at the center to read. I could take the time to check all of these, see which one has the highest expected resources, and then just read off of that one. That would not be fun. The way it treats the patches makes sense. If it runs out, it's not on a resource patch anymore. It doesn't read the rest. That is logical. It just is unfortunate because it makes it more difficult. Oh, that would have been bad. I would have died and I would have had to have found my way back. How's the building going? It's so slow. Oh, that will take like 3 hours for them to finish. Like manually me going through placing the electric poles and the roboports would make it go so much quicker, which is probably what I should do in the future for this type of thing. But since I don't actually need that right now, I'm gonna let it keep going. When's the last time I crafted a solar panel? Crafted them about an hour ago. Surprising. But this is still crafting. Still limited by steel here, which is also an expected result. I think what I do is I pull this down to, instead of 1,000, I move it down to 400. That will get me 4K of each. I will remove a lot of the steel. Steel? Yes. Yes, I'll get rid of all this steel. And then 4,000, I'll fill the rocket. Fill it with whatever else it gets requested up via the circuit network. And then it'll be good to go. How did I shut down the circuit network? I turned that off. Okay. How is it going here? None of it's moving, which is fine. Okay. So stone and cargo rockets need to be removed. I do not have anything set up for either of those. I can add the rocket sections here, because they'll then be moved over there, which should be buffer chests, I think. And the stone, I will just do that, because it will go here eventually, which is again something I need to fix. This chest is not quite right. I probably need a chest in the middle and then a chest to that to have a better buffer to actually empty out the landing pad, or I need to have more landing pads. I can start doing that. I can start planning, bring a bunch of extra landing pads. That will be quite useful in space. Keep feeding the steel into this. It should fill up at an acceptable speed. The only issue now is this is not running smoothly because of sulfur. Sulfur is not running smoothly because my heavy oil is not breaking down. My heavy oil is not breaking down because I never added that. This should be fine if I copy from here. That is fine. It's just my pre-existing design is bad. Oh, I separated the waters. Okay. And so it looks weird because it's not positioned the same. Why is that not the same? Oh, because I shifted this by 1. Very close. This will populate slowly. I will need to get another input here. There. Signal. Just copy that, but change it to heavy. Then steal some heavy oil. That'll work just fine. Then I can connect that. Wait, that's the output. Need to move that over. That will feed that, which will feed there. Oil process, that'll feed there. This will now need to feed back into the normal light oil. And that should be good. That does not look right, but it is. Are the robots doing their job? Slowly. They are. Make sure it builds correctly and nothing connects weird. The copy paste should be fine. Power. 1, 2. Just to be safe on the power there, I can remove these, which is a good reason I stuck around. That looks kind of silly. I figured that would connect. There, that looks good. Why is this connecting? Oh, because it could be closer. That's why it connects differently. The pipes will take a while. The output's fine. Water's good. No heavy oil going in because there's not too much heavy oil anymore. What changed? Why did it suddenly change? What was the limit? That doesn't seem correct. Oh, is the petroleum the slowest? This is full now, which makes sense, but how is that not... How did these not have enough petroleum? Oh, no. Oh, these are flipped because I didn't flip these properly somehow. I must have hit this accidentally. I must have not flipped those. Okay, I mean that's... It was still restricted by the sulfur, or the petroleum earlier, but I don't know how that was an issue. It was when I was copy and pasting. Okay, I copy and pasted to change the... yes. I was copying and pasting to adjust the... I had this before. I added another row, and while doing that I added the modules. So I copy and pasted the modules, or the objects to get them, instead of doing it manually on each. But that didn't do it correctly because I forgot I had to flip them. That's why that was wrong. And I did miss the third one for sure because I wasn't paying attention. Thank you. Okay, that is good. Now, I can still process more of this light oil. But do I need to? I might. Any faster input, that's for sure. No, I definitely need more sulfur. Okay. And I have to be more careful with how I copy this, because if I copy the whole duo... No, I've copied more than that. I've copied 3. If I copy to there and paste it like this, that should not miss any important pieces. Okay, I can paste that. I have to be careful about the transport belt. For safety, let's remove those. This is not going to extend down anymore. This should be more than enough. Doubling it. Sulfur. Sulfur is a pretty easy one to do on a train. As long as I build it near water, I just need to ship petroleum via train. It'd be a little annoying, but it's still pretty easy. These are still all yellow belts, that's fine. Still fine. I'm at 4K and 3.9K. Only have 4 left, and then I will be prepared to load it into the launch. It's close to being done. If that delivers, I can fill up the rocket. 4,000 should be enough. If 4,000 isn't enough, I have a design problem. I also should be spending this time figuring out what I'm gonna need. Which space science pack 10. So that's being shipped. I need to get ingots on land. I'm going to ship those. This and plasma stream. Plasma stream's easy. I will need 1 plasma generator. I probably should match my utility science design just for just the numbers. Oops, don't do that. Even if I don't actually need 20, the numbers will be better. And 20 won't be much more. So I need this and that. That is already being produced. I just need to scale it up a little. Oh, yes! I didn't look at the actual power demands. Because I've kind of taken to tuning them out completely. Yeah, that by itself draws more power than the whole utility science thing that I set up. Cranite rods shouldn't be in this page. I should move them somewhere else. Okay, I need to think about power. Well, actually I do have 41 megawatts of potential power already. So I don't actually need to think about power yet. But I will have more space to spam solars with all the platforms. Yes. Very aggressively spammed the solars. Okay, so that's done. I can clear that. I can let these move again. Get that loaded. I can basically copy my... Well, I can... Okay. I can basically expand on my existing machine learning data, though. Strictly speaking, I don't need both sciences at the same time right away. I will need them soon, I hope. But a lot of the important production sciences is just production. So I could do make a bad choice. I mean, yeah, if they don't mix anytime soon, yeah, I mean, they mix, I guess, once it gets to the other tier sciences, at which point I will need to make a proper... I will need to remodel my entire setup for the cards, probably, by the time I need to combine them. These accumulators have to be relevant, right? I'd be very sad if they aren't important for space travel. Oh, I shouldn't be looking this far ahead. Yeah, if I don't need to combine them, I don't need to actually do that. If I don't need to do the machine learning loop, I can ignore it completely and basically just treat it as only needing the plasma stream. How would I make this work? I would, I guess, just take a belt and steel it around the edge for now. That would be fine. Or I could just convert this, take all the items out temporarily, turn it into a different producer. Just turn it into production science instead. If I'm flying there anyway. Which I probably should be planning not around that type of stuff, but... Beam. Oh yeah! Logistics jank. I guess I should... Then I should do this. I should change... that. And add that. And then... Oh, wait, no, that's bad. That will cause problems, I think. If I just do that, it will cause problems, potentially. I need to think before I do stuff, sometimes. I have to make sure. It shouldn't cause a problem, because these... The only thing that would potentially cause a problem is if I stored junk data in a chest. Because the junk data is a component of this loop. It would cause a loss in data cards relative to the expected amount. But as long as they're not just accumulating in a chest, it should be fine. The machine learning data goes into the eventual research, and it's basically just going to be a stockpile. It should be fine. Still not the best route, but... I don't actually have a place to do other stuff, but... Oh yeah, I should restrict it reasonably. Let's go a little there, just so that once I get to the science, it will go smoother. Okay. These, and these all get delivered, kind of. Not really, but... I guess all I need is 2... I will make another manufactory. I need 2 plasma generators. And 1 manufactory. I might already have one up there. I should check. I don't have plasma gens. I do have stone that I might need to increase the shipments of. Oh wait, no, this is good math. Okay. Because that is the stone request. And as part of the science requester set, I would need to add 6.67 stone. I love it. I mean, 7. So I need to get to work on making the sciences. This would be 20x broad science, which might not be called that. No, I'm I made a bunch, I think. I should have a bunch sitting around because I was overzealous. Oh wait, I just remembered, that's not the way to do this. The way to do this is get a blank one of these and then modify the output from Factory Manager. That's the way to do it. So, take that, place it there. This doesn't need to be requested. This, that. The rest of those do need to be requested. 20 X productivity science. Vulcanite, iron, circuit, stone, that. Now that's in the existence for the circuit network. That can be added here. And I can... That's requesting 9,000 vulcanite blocks. This has all been moved in. The request here will be... Could be too much. So first, I should find my plasma. Low densities. Lovely. Space pipes. I hate space pipes. I hate that crafting the underground space pipes only makes one at a time. I would much rather cost twice as much and make two. Just because of always using them in pairs. Space assembly machines. Let's check. Space... assemble. I have 2 and I have 4 manufactories. Perfect. I have 238 spare low density, so that's enough for the plasma. Do pipes and I might need more heat shielding. Okay, heat shielding's fine. Pipes are fine. Unless I need to move more liquids around, then I might need to adjust, but for now, I just need nothing. I don't need anything else. Space assembly, oops. I need to craft a bunch of these just so that I have them, but I have most of that material up there already. Okay, this is there. I'm going to turn this back on and hope it is manageable. That doesn't look too bad. 60 stacks of 60? 200 times 10, 2,000. That's a lot of electronic circuits. That doesn't feel right. 12,000? Maybe it's for the utility science? Oh, 14 for productivity as well. Okay, 40 per 20 utility and 14 per 20 productivity. That does make sense. It's a lot. I don't think it will fit. But I'll let it get as much as it can. Oh wait, no I won't. Hopefully that fills a bit, but I do need to get iron ingots. My current request will call for 7,000? 7.65k iron ingots. Which, like, isn't that many? But I have 0. I wonder if I could just copy this the entire station here, disable the coal stop, turn these to a different type. I could also temporarily disable this train station and switch all of these to iron, which feels like the wrong choice. 250, 25. Okay, it produces an ingot 4 times faster. If I round it up to needing 10,000 iron ingots, if I look at my steel, I make 50 per minute. I would make 200 per minute. 5 minutes, 50 minutes to get 10,000, which I won't even all ship probably because that won't fit. Which actually means I should turn that number down. I should turn it back down to like 150. Much more manageable number. Still 5,000 ingots, which still takes 25 plus minutes, but it should be manageable. To fix this steel. The steel has issues because it's not enough. Actually, the biggest issue is my choice here. What I should do... This is not the way to do it. But I need to feed this into... that. So that some of this iron gets converted to steel. Actually, that only feeds up above, which just reduces this, which doesn't help much. Yes, these steel ingots are not consistent enough. Current production. But if I convert this purely to iron ingots, it will take half an hour to get the current necessary amount. Which would not be that bad. Again, I could just copy the entire thing and place it up here and just convert it as necessary to iron ingots. Yeah. Like, I do kind of like it. It's a little funny, but... Wait, did I change this? Oh, it's just halfway through the coal. Funny. It's a kind of a different approach, which is enjoyable. I can get myself distracted yet again. Ooh, it's finally almost full. This would be a great time to build a new thing. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make the bad choice. Highlight the entire thing. Turn into a blueprint just so I can look at it for numbers. Oh, wait. Okay. Ignore... What? What does... What? Okay. Why does... What's an entity in this context? I assumed entity would be stuff that actually moves, but it's everything. I thought trains would be entities, but it isn't. I've never tried to make a blueprint with this many just things on it. The filters are a little weird. So looking at it, I need 70 casting machines. Oh my goodness, this... I don't look at these often, the messy old tier 1 electrical poles. They're wonderful. 2 stacks is enough. 1 stack of the furnaces is enough. Rails, that. I need more blue inserters. I need more greens. And if I build it here, I can connect it and just rely on robots to do the real work for me. How does this connect? Okay, well, it goes slightly too far, but that's fine. Is it fine? I could just build it further up. This is not going to connect nice. No matter what I do. No matter what I do, it's going to be bad. Because it's not, scaled to the, This is the worst section of my train network. None of it is well laid out. Like, I put this here forever ago. Still never made any use of it. I never supplied these with power. I'm gonna put on every single one. That might have cut power. It did not. Good. I don't trust this game sometimes on how it interacts with shadows. Well, let's hope it doesn't break anything. That's all I can do right now. How's this going? Hey, they made better progress than I thought they would. Remove this station. And actually a lot of those belts were not needed. Could have modified it when it was still a blueprint, I forgot. Oh well. Still need that power. So none of this is needed. None of this is needed. The tanks exist for the pyroflux. Those are necessary. The only thing I need is... My robots are out of power, that's why they're not filling in any of this. That makes sense. So the only things that I need are... build all this stuff. Everything laid out is correct because I just need the iron ore, pyroflux, get the liquid. Change this all into the correct recipe. Wrong recipe. Correct recipe. kind of interesting. In a lot of, like, I have to say, modded Minecraft and normal Minecraft, the darker ingot is usually going to be steel, I think, where the lighter one tends to be. The other color looks like iron in my mind because of years of modded Minecraft. So this doesn't look like iron to me. It looks like, well, it looks like some sort of heavily modified fictitious variant of steel, or real version of steel, just not used in the context that it's applied. Okay. Robots, please clear all of this. That's complaining because I thought that was... Oh, it's probably because one of these... This one... No, that one does need to exist. Why is this one over here fine? Oh, is it direction based? It's coming back. Which means that is this one. Okay, that just it isn't supposed to be there. That's just a pre-existing one. This is a real mess. All this stuff will get built reasonably quickly if I connect roboports. So now I should have a bunch of stuff moving. Excellent. A lot of those are coming to me, which is not actually what I need. I don't need that to extend there. I just need it to cover what it is already covering. Mostly. I need enough for the modules, which I could module more for the iron. I could tier 2 module. Ooh, this math is not going to be right anymore. This math is going to be off. So this produces... What was my steel math? The steel ingot math was producing 0.02 of a belt. I'm fine then for this iron. Okay, there should be a ton of robots coming. There they are. Good. Okay, this will need to be not called that. This will need to be a iron drop-off. And this is a pickup. Okay. This is an iron ore drop-off. This is a pickup. I need more trains. Okay, I can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at least. Trains. Give me 8 trains, which is 20 of those. No, that doesn't seem right. That's 5. Still not enough, probably. Trains. Item train. Let's hope they don't crash too much because of my... They would definitely have crashed there. The copper train is fine. This one's currently empty, which means that if I place them here, it should not break anything. Except if they line up too much. Okay, I've got a few in there, that's good. Now, these aren't separated by a signal. Will they move at the same time? No, they won't. Good. And because I have a train limit on this station, they don't even try to start moving. Oh no, this... Okay. They're not quite smart enough to react to completely unpredictable placements of trains. I can stop there. That's probably better. I think that placed a few locomotives without me. Should be fine. Depot's in a good spot. Pickup does nothing. That does nothing. This is Pyroflux drop off. I should increase the priority temporarily and just send this off manually. I will need this to deliver the ingots somewhere logistically enabled, which shouldn't be too bad. I will have to go back to manually dealing with this though for the steel, but it should be fine. It shouldn't cause any problems right now. Okay. Okay, starting to melt them down. Starting to fill them up. They fill them evenly. It's kind of neat. Should fill that. This will end up sitting here. It will be a queue of 50 times this 2,000 per car. 2, 4, 6, 8. That'll be fine. Okay. If I just leave it sitting here and then I can just deal with it manually. I can manually drive it here, unload it into a chest for now. Which actually means like I need to decrease this priority, because this will be way more than enough Pyroflux. This is a lower priority stop as well. It's so slow. But it's going. That should produce at an acceptable rate eventually. Oh no, the math is not correct, obviously. The ratio from that to that's not going to be the same if this clears significantly faster. But there's also a connection broken up there. Is there a connection broken down here? No. Why is there a connection broken up here? Did I clear too much? Yeah, I cleared too much. I think that's what that's supposed to be. That matters a little. It will not change the fact that I would need 4 times as many casting machines to process the same amount of iron. which I can do that. I'm looking for my casting machines and some tier 1 speed modules. Casting machines are here. I also need pipes to stop waiting for bots to do it for me because they are slow at this stage. Tier 1 speeds are down this way. Should be down here, right? Yeah. I'm gonna need a lot of those. I can quadruple this and it should be correct. I have enough belts, I hope. It's not gonna look good. I could double it and do a second one. I don't have any landfills on me though. It will be less annoying if I just adjust. You know what, get rid of that, don't even. So then I can take this, paste one above, below, paste one below and above. And probably reverse the belts. Each of these is 68. Add 22 to each, it'll be close enough. Take 2 more on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Won't be quite right. It'll be close enough. Missing out on some of those, which is fine. I did it in the opposite direction. I needed to increase the production of the liquids, not of the consumption of the liquid. Goofy. Put all this away. That's all gonna be picked up remotely, it looks like. Which is fine, I just need to think properly. How do I want to do this? Four times as much would be 24 more. easy choice is just to extend those on either side. Extend up there, it'll be easier to apply the pyroflux. Get the casting machines back. Destroyed. Ooh. Oh. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I can ignore that for now. Is that within the controlled area? It is. Kind of wish the bots followed places they could charge. Understand the logic of why they don't. Just sometimes it would be nice. How's the this going? That's fine. Steel's the yeah, steel being the limit makes sense. Given what I'm looking at. That's produced. Okay, I need to fix this and then I need to stop. Because I need to stop. Very simple. So, to keep finishing this, I need another stack of industrial furnaces. I need pipes, and I think that's mostly all I need to worry about. That can't be easily dealt with by. That was close. It was totally fine. Just it looked close. Bots filling in the rest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hate how slow these robots are. If only they just did it with personal stuff, it would be way easier. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, oh. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 10. There's no reason not to just use pipes the whole way. That supplies that. This connects this, except for there. Pretty simple. And I need to supply this, which I didn't account for properly. So. Should be the entire chain. And now I should get that there. Input is fine with blues. I should be able to copy and paste that vertical. And the only issue will be when the bots decide to do it remotely and not from my inventory, and it will just go slowly. This time they were polite enough to cooperate, except for here. This. Everything else is correct. That will have pyroflux when I connect to it here. should work if I had the iron. I have 1,000 right now. I only need 5, so I just need to stop killing that priority. Okay, that is positioned properly. Some of it might still need to be built by the robots, but I can let the robots do that. I need more. I need to connect at least one more iron vein. I can do 2 pretty easily. Run the 4 down to here, split off the station. That will be easy. Connect that one. This one will need me to do something different, but it should be fine. Connect both of those, then I think I'll actually supply the iron I need. I don't do iron there, I only do iron here. This is set to 50. This is set to 60, so that should be the next place. I'm just short on iron in general, which is fine. I can fix that tomorrow. This will run out soon. I still want to set up a circuit for that, but it just doesn't work. Well, it's not as clean as I would like. This will be finished, but I should be able to maybe get science going tomorrow? Yeah, like I think currently, I'm pretty sure the biggest sticking point is... oh, my shit's back on. Oh no, I don't turn that back on until I have at least some iron ingots put in. The biggest sticking point is the iron ingots, which is currently gated by not having enough ore. Other than that, I think I just need to go up, hijack my utility science a bit, and plasma, and that will be it. So it should be easy, I hope. I landed here. I need... How much am I requesting? I'm requesting 6,000 for now. I'll grab 3,000, which would be that much. It's so efficient. I'm definitely gonna bring all 6,000 blocks. Is this not reading? Oh yeah, the subtraction just doesn't occur here. Yeah, that's fine. I have all the vulcanite, easy. I just need the ingots, and then I can let this start to fill up. I don't know if I can fill it right now. I don't know if that's safe. These are reasonably spatially efficient. I have 150 stacks. There should be a similar, like 60 stacks of circuits is kind of the issue. These only stack to 50. This is 100 stacks in theory. It definitely won't all be shipped up, which is fine. It's not a big problem. I could temporarily turn off the utility science requester. Probably still need the other two. And that cuts down the electronic circuit draw by a lot. I can probably turn it on now. Yeah, that'll be fine. going well. I should be able to do science tomorrow. I won't necessarily finish any of the fun research, but... Ooh, I'll move the drill first just because it's only 200. That's a fun one. Once the science gets going, I can get that finished researching. Oh, the beacon's also easy. Okay, I'll do those two first because then I can start setting stuff up and updating, like, mining at least. Like, improving my mining setup will be valuable. Do 2 levels of product. Not the second level, that's not worth it right away. It's lower priority. These are some fun options. Coal liquefaction is not useful here because I just don't have a ton of coal, but I can see value. I can see potential use cases. You have a ton of coal on a planet, you could probably... If you have a ton of coal but no oil, but you need oil products, you could get by with coal liquefaction. Which would be kind of fun. The capacity bonus is not huge. These are important for progress. Not a ton of super... Oh, I probably should research that, huh? Yeah, these are researches that I should do. Because I'm just letting it sit with that when I could be making progress. I love the robots spreading out like that. But I should be stopping now, so I will. Yeah, I should be able to do the science tomorrow. And it will be good. I'll get new things to work with. And then I guess I'll have to think for a while. Oh, cool. I hadn't seen those shot before. I'll have to... That flashing is distracting. I will have to plan more for what to do next, which would be the further beam sciences. It's good. So, thanks for chatting, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out. It's kind of funny looking at them hit the top of the rocket. It's like they're going into the rocket to fill it up. Have a nice night, day, etc. Bye-bye.